When, of course, the first time when Guru told me that this is going to happen, I remember he was narrating it to me, and I said, "Wait, what happened again? Just tell me again." You're in a disbelief because personally, if you're, I mean, every actor is selfish, and you want to be there in that world. You don't want to leave such a beautiful world. You don't want to leave such a beautiful character. Who shot that scene also? When we watched it again, I mean, there is a slight teary-eyed, heart becomes really heavy after watching that. Everybody's told me that they took some time to move on to the next
To
episode.
process, exactly.
So many theories after season 2 for Robin, but
Mhm.
I feel it's really gutsy for the makers of this season of Mirzapur to go into another route altogether, and
Right,
not just with my character, with many other characters. The
right.
conflict, the drama which they're doing, we are seeing very different side of Golu. We are seeing very different side of Guddu. Mirzapur में मार दिया, लेकिन thankfully he's giving me another show,
Oh,
and
right.
which happened before. We shot Mirzapur, as in we signed that up, but we've been
Yeah.
shooting that.
Welcome to News 18 Sosha. I'm Yatamanyu Narain and I'm with a very special guest today. Yes, you guessed it right. It's Priyanshu Painyuli, who impressed us all with his portrayal of Robin in Mirzapur. Hello, Priyanshu. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Yeah, thank you.
So, as many fans were shocked by Robin's departure from Mirzapur in the third season. So, how did you feel about this decision, for your character? And what does it mean for you, personally?
When, of course, the first time when Guru told me that this is going to happen, I remember he was narrating it to me, and I said, "Wait, what happened again? Just tell me again." You're in a disbelief because personally, if you're, I mean, every actor is selfish, and you want to be there in that world. You don't want to leave such a beautiful world. You don't want to leave such a beautiful character.
Right.
So because of the selfish actor, जो होता है, वो तो obviously, and I'm like, oh, really? Is this gonna happen? He's like, ha ha ha. But I feel eventually, then when you understand that this is for the good of the story and for the script and for the narration and for the setup, what they're trying to do with it,
Right.
I think everything has a reason eventually, and then you need to understand.
Right.
But I was as much shocked as how everybody else is and the way people are reacting. And I think even after knowing that, even if I give you that information, this is going to happen with me, but the way it comes in the show,
Yeah.
the way
It's
they
out of the blue. Like
picturize,
no one is expecting it. So like it comes out of the
yeah,
blue.
and the way it's picturized, the way it's
Yeah.
edited, the sound comes in, the way the tension of that, anyway, the episode is built.
Right.
It's very hard hitting. I think even people, all of us who shot that scene also, when we watched it again, I mean, there is a slight teary-eyed, heart becomes really heavy after watching that. Everybody's told me that they took some time to move on to the next
To
episode.
process, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
same happened with me as well. Because
it is.
your character was one of my favorite characters from the show,
Thank
and
you.
for it to get killed like that, it was very heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think filmmakers just try to play with our emotions, and I think the fans and all. And
Right.
that's what even Guru was telling me, that he's like, this will be a shock or a surprise for an audience. I said, yeah, you're playing with people's emotions a lot this time. But I think that's how you evolve. No? I mean, you don't want to
Right.
give. I think there was so many theories after season 2 for Robin, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's really gutsy for the makers of this season of Mirzapur to go into another route altogether, and not
Right.
just with my character, with many other characters. The
Right.
conflict, the drama which they're doing, we are seeing very different side of Golu. We are seeing very different side of Guddu, and everybody, and even a
Right.
shade of Robin, which people thought, nahi, he'll be this guy, but he's actually the, another. Like one of my favorite comments is when people say that finally Mirzapur में एक family man दिखा था, उसको भी छीन लिया.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, like you said, like when you first learn about Robin's fate, how did you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally to portray such a dramatic and impactful end? And of course, what can you recall about that day, about that shoot?
There are many things. See, overall in the season this time in 3, one was one thing we were very sure, and I remember telling Guru also that uh, एक तो वो ये भी ठीक है, that line identity of Robin.
Yeah.
Let's play it very very subtly. Let's play it like that shouldn't become Robin only. There's
Right.
more to him, right? And this
Right.
time, anyway, we are seeing his graph go in a very very different dimension, where he's becoming this nice guy. He wants to change everything. He wants to do things good for the family, mainly because obviously it's Dimpy's family and for the love.
Right.
And I always say, and it is there in the line which Robin also says, that you do things for love, and,
Mm-hmm.
and you change for people you love.
Mm-hmm.
which is what this time you can see this guy doing. I had to tweak myself into doing things as a performance, in the
Yeah.
sense as Robin, that people also believe that okay, Robin can be this.
Yeah.
Because in season two, a lot of things people are like, we were not able to believe that whether is he saying
Either.
right, or is he saying wrong, or is he making it up? Because ek to wo mummy mystery has become like ki every time he makes up, so we don't know whether he's right
Yeah.
in what he's saying. Is he lying? But
Right.
this time, make him convincing that no, 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 he is taking that path. He is not lying in any of the these questions which are thrown at him.
Right.
Eventually, I mean, that scene when we had to shoot, I mean, see, when you shoot such a scene, is the environment, and because we are so close to each other, we were
Mm-hmm.
shooting it as while we have fun with any other scene.
Yeah.
Ali is a great friend, we've got comfortable with each other. Dimpi hai,
Right.
Arshita, Shivaji, and out of all, it's Guru who's the most comfortable director to work with.
Yeah.
So any dark scene you do, any dangerous scene you do, he will make sure that you're very, very comfortable firstly.
Right. Right.
I think yeah, we just try to enjoy that scene, and we just try to be in that zone. करते करते भी पता तो चल रहा था कि this will be one of the most darkest moment of Mirzapur.
Mirzapur.
Uh, yeah, but I think overall मेरे को ये चीज अच्छी लगी that what he wanted to achieve he has achieved. Guru,
Right.
with us while we were doing it, we didn't realize it. Now the way people are reacting, people are saying we cried, we couldn't understand what was happening. But that was interesting. I think that overall that we can achieve something like that also is very, very interesting.
Right. 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 So, I mean, can you also elaborate on what made Robin so special and complex for you as an actor? I mean, approaching this character. So, I mean,
See,
what?
he is. I've been saying that always, that he's, I think, one of the most beautiful, complex characters written. At least what I've done and what I've seen so far here in Indian OTT is
Yeah.
because, and that is why people are liking him, and I've loved him since season two. Is
Yeah.
that when you keep him a mystery, and when you don't understand a person, it becomes more you become more and more curious about him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here you don't understand him at all initially. You
Right.
don't know where he comes from, and as he keeps speaking, he himself reveals that this is a whole, everything is a get up.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to get into that, I said it'll be interesting to just blend him like a chameleon. I mean, in some sort. This colorful chameleon, हम लोग उसको रंगीला रॉबिन बोलते हैं, colorful chameleon बोलते हैं. But this guy, I mean, as an actor, I really enjoyed playing him because I remember talking to Shweta also about it, because we had a lot of scenes, and
Yeah.
there's a certain
Yeah.
business deal which we keep
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
kind of become friends.
Yeah.
Her character is the only one who hears me talking about my mother at least thrice in
Yeah.
different occasion in a very
Mm-hmm.
different manner. So she
Mm-hmm.
knows who this guy is.
Right.
Um, I did not wanted to read. I remember in season two, I never read where Golu is coming from, or what is Gudu doing, or what is Dimpi going to do. I only read my scenes,
Right.
and I stuck to only approaching them very in a new manner, because there is no history we are trying to show. We don't want to build a graph. And
Right.
one very interesting thing about Guru and me, which we did, was, and of course, apart from adding this YBTK line and why should it be there and all that, is whenever I would go to Guru and say, "Ki, is he committing to this? Is Robin, when he says this, is it true or false?" And Guru said, "You only decide." Guru said, it's your call.
Okay. Okay.
Every scene for me was ki I'll take a call on whether I am convincingly saying this, or I'm 100% or
So
50%.
you had the freedom. Oh my God.
I had
I
the
mean,
freedom, and if you see, most of the scenes are like that. And one of my favorite scenes is actually when I come out of Dimpy's washroom in the
yeah.
season two, when Guddu is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Guddu says कि अरे फिर से यहाँ पे मिल गए.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, coincident.
Right.
Coincidentally we met here. So, but that's a beautiful scene because he's confident, he's not scared, and somehow something just makes him. I think I realized why Robin's character was so strong in his head, is
Right.
because he knows others' weaknesses.
Right.
And sometimes when you don't have to fire a gun always. If he can talk,
Right.
that is his weapon. So that's
Right.
why he tells Golu also that I don't get scared of all this. Also, people's weakness, money, yeah. I mean, they're coming to give it to him and make it black or white.
Right. Right.
I think there are many things to him. I think we had, whether it is about his the way he talks, the way he looks, the way his name is kept, and which he also reveals later to Dimply, saying that it's a made up name.
right.
mother's angle, so everything in totality. I think I really enjoyed playing it. I think I'm going to miss doing that.
So now you have also emphasized the need to evolve and present fresh narratives on OTT platforms. So in your view, I mean, how has the OTT space changed the whole game of storytelling, the whole game of narrative building in recent years?
A lot. We've been, I think that is what we've been, I think all of us have noticed that, and that is why OTT has grown. I always give this example of forget the people in the cities. We are watching not just content from India, we're watching content from Spain, Korea, Japan, everywhere, right? And we are now used to subtitles.
Right.
But there's my security guard who watches Spanish shows.
Oh,
Hindi dubbed.
nice.
I remember meeting a hotel manager who was 1 hour away from Jaipur. He only stays there in one
Okay.
small town. We were shooting there, and he said, "मुझे ना OTT shows देखने में बड़ा मजा आता है because he watches it on his phone. It's
Right.
a very personal viewing." And he says, I connect to each and every character.
Right.
It feels so real in
Right.
OTT, these stories. And मैंने उनको पूछा कि आपको फिल्में देखना पसंद नहीं है? He's like, वो भी मजा आता है.
Right.
फिल्में बड़े पर्दे पे वो मजा आता है, लेकिन हम भूल जाते हैं उसके बारे में.
भूल
OTT,
जाते
हाँ, वो उसमें that's your experience. That's why, you go there, you enjoy it. I love watching it on big screen, but OTT, I think, it's done this, that now we can make personal stories. We can make
first.
stories just about a family of four, which is called Gullak, and you
Yeah.
want to see what those four people are doing every day in their life. We can make a show like Sacred Games. We can also do Mirzapur. We can also you can diversify anywhere. I mean, with OTT, that's the thing. Make stories, but now experimenting had become more. I really
Right.
enjoyed the kind of content which has been coming recently, but I also believe that we will have to stick to making quality stuff than just
Yeah.
focusing on quantity. I mean,
Yes.
it can't be that because people are watching it, we just give them whatever we feel like.
Right.
Let's make stories which are beautiful and in a manner which can be presented differently,
Right.
or simple stories which can be presented differently. But quality should be there. We should
Right.
have to focus on that.
Right. So I mean, given your experience, how important do you think it is for the actors to diversify their roles, so in order to adapt to the changing trends of entertainment industry?
Yeah, absolutely. Today, I think, as I'm saying, as I said, we have become all of us have become global viewers,
Yeah.
and as artists also, we should look at global span. I feel grateful that I got to do something like an extraction on
Yeah.
Netflix,
Yes.
um, and the kind of I never imagined that I will be going to a country somewhere else, and which has happened with me. And last year I was in Spain, and in a small town there, the security guard of that cafe recognized me, and in broken Spanish he was trying to tell me that, you actor, and then he showed me my
Oh.
Amir photo from Google, and he's like, we'll click a picture, and I'm like, yes. So that has happened because somehow I got an opportunity. I was lucky enough to be part of an extraction film which was watched by millions of people across the world.
Right.
Immigration में so many places, Arabic countries में मुझे हुआ है ऐसे, they've seen my passport and they're like, oh, Amir Asif, welcome to our country. So and then compared to in Mirzapur, and then you do something like a pipa, and so there is a range which you can follow today. I think that is there definitely, and why should we not try it? I mean,
Yeah.
I've been saying I want to learn more languages, and maybe do a South film, out and out Malayalam film. I'm a big fan of Malayalam film,
Oh,
or
nice.
maybe even learn Spanish and do something in Spain
Fan-
and do. Yeah, you should be fan. I think today, because viewers are such, right? They are not
right.
fixing you as,
Not
and if
cons-
you see, yeah, they're not stereotyping you कि अरे ये Indian है, ये Indian ही, ये North का, he looks like this, so he can be only like that.
Yeah.
Then and I think that's what writers and producers and makers also should
Right.
be aware of and explore. And I think we still need to experiment more.
Right.
We still stick to a storytelling in a certain manner. We still stick to looking at a vision is in a way that, oh, this actor does this, so he or she is only good at that. I
Right.
think we need to explore and experiment more.
Right. Now you also worked with Vishal Bhardwaj on Charlie Chopra. So I mean,
Oh, yeah.
how was that experience for you? I mean, what kind of learnings did you take away from that project, or from working with someone like Vishal Bhardwaj ji?
Vishal ji, matlab, imagine you're doing a show with him with Nasir sir's family in it, and then you
Yeah.
have people like Lara Datta to Ratna Pathak ji and everybody there. So, I mean, learning, wahan to fir every minute is a learning, right? Just to be on a set like
Yeah.
that, where Tasadduq Hussain is shooting you, he's behind the camera, you're in the
Right.
mountains with Vishalji. I think it was, I was waiting to work with him since years.
Yeah.
And I mean, many people know now that we were supposed to work in midnight shooting this show, which he was making before,
Mm-hmm.
and that did not take place. So I was there. Me and Mamika were, in fact, supposed to work in that show long back.
Right.
Things did not take place, and then again, some project came from his end, did not happen. This time, I
Right.
was like, whatever happens, I have to work in this show. I mean, this
Right.
is his first OTT show,
Mm-hmm.
and matlab, he's making a Agatha Christie adaptation. What better way with 13 beautiful actors. So
Yeah.
I think Vishal ji ke sath, to I remember telling him, and we have had lots of long chats on set,
Mm-hmm.
and he used to tell me, what are the pluses in me, what all I do, the kind of homework I do, and the kind of
Okay.
stuff I bring in, but also give me suggestions on where all I can improve. And you
Mm-hmm.
don't get that nowadays. People are not. They're only focused on doing their work and ठीक है
Yeah.
मैं जो कर रहा हूँ अच्छे से कर लूँ अच्छा actor है ठीक है इसको ले आओ set पे let's just make him do stuff. He is telling me for my future. He's like he was being a guide, telling me where all can I focus and improve myself so that it will
Exactly.
help in my career. That's
Mm-hmm.
the brilliance of him, and I love that family. Rekha ji, Vishal ji, and Asman, their son. I think
Yeah.
they're pure storytellers. They only
Right.
focus on telling stories. They want whether it is through his music or filmmaking, storytelling,
Lovely
writing.
soundtrack, by the way. I mean, of Charlie Chopra. Yeah, it was a lovely
Yeah,
soundtrack.
Vishal ji for me is like one of my favorite musicians in
Yeah.
the country.
Same here.
If there is an album of any randomly if I have to play, it has to be
Vishal
either
Bhardwaj.
Vishal Bhardwaj, A.R. Rahman, and Amit Trivedi. These
Yeah.
three people are, I
Yeah.
feel, they
Holy
create
Grail.
music.
Holy Grail. Yeah.
Yeah. They're legendaries. These guys are, any song you take of them.
True. So, I mean, what's next in in the pipeline? What are some of the upcoming projects that will be part of?
There are some I'm reading for sure, which are very, very interesting, but one which I can talk about because that was anyway announced by Reliance. Because मैं गुरु को भी बोलता रहता हूँ कि मेरे को मिर्जापुर में मार दिया, लेकिन thankfully he's given me another show,
Oh,
and
nice.
which happened before. We shot Mirzapur, as in we signed that up, but we've been
Yeah.
shooting that. Right now we're shooting that, and
Yeah.
it is directed by Guru. It is, in fact, it's the same creative team
Okay.
from Mirzapur. Baba Sanjay Kapoor is shooting it, but
Okay.
I'm heading it, and I have Tanya Maniktala with me, Mona Singh,
Oh, nice.
Sushant sir is there, and lots of us, Manu Rishi Chadda. And this time, but I'm excited because it's a different world which he is creating, which is in
Taking
Bhopal,
you.
and because it's also announced, the name is called Pan Parda Zarda, which
Oh,
is
that's
it,
lovely name.
it's a lovely name. I love that name. And also because it defines Bhopal in a very right
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And in one line, it's a Romeo Juliet love story in opium world.
Right.
So there's a lot happening in this world also.
Interest.
I'm really excited, and that's why a lot of people keep saying कि यार ये golden बाल करके बहुत पतला क्यों हो गया है. And recently I read some comment, I had put some picture, and people like अरे रॉबिन भैया ये आप मिर्जापुर में इतने हेल्दी लग रहे थे, अभी कमजोर लग रहे हो आप. And I'm like, obviously you
Wait
can't
for
really
it.
wait for it. Like just watch this next one which is coming, because this is also very interesting character, very, very different. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, that's it from my end. Thank you so much, Priyanshu. I mean, it was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
speaking to you, and I'm excited about your next project. The way you have
Yes,
described
same
it,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
well, that will also be a big one. That'll be a nice one. Oh, thank
Congratulations
you.
on Mirzapur as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Have a
It
nice
was
day.
great. Thanks. Take care.